This is sports stuff, betting stuff.
Ciao.
Because how it is for
I
number
wasn't ready for that,
two.
and I think I only mentally caught the ciao, and it sounded like you meowed at us.
Did you meow, Jim?
What?
Did you meow?
I cut
Are you a
ciao.
cat?
Kind of sounded like you went meow. Ciao.
Jump all nimbly bimbly from branch to branch?
Right? Ciao.
Drinking milk from a saucer.
All right, this is the betting show brought to you by Sports Stuff, Jim and Muff Enterprises. Muff is your host of this rudderless ship. Then we have Alex. Say hello, Alex.
That's me.
The medical degenerate, champion of all things medical. I am Jim, the Ohio degenerate, capo of the crack house. And I just did the intro in 2024. Happy freaking New Year.
And
There
I
you
am
go.
the original degenerate, Muff, who will take back control of this rudderless ship from Jim. This is Sports Stuff Betting Stuff, the number one sports betting podcast coming out of the sports podcast coming out of the Sports Stuff with Jim Muff Enterprise. As always, FanDuel is our exclusive betting app.
FanDuel.
FanDuel.
FanDuel it is, and you can follow us all on the Action app.
Bucketville Butcher.
The real medical degenerate.
C. McPherson 20. I have not done any more research on
Whatever
changing.
Alex is working on has like extreme focus out of him.
Is WVU playing?
No, WV is not playing.
Okay. That's usually my go-to if Alex
Yeah,
seems deep in.
it seems deep in thought. Yeah, usually I'm trying to watch a basketball game. No, I was just in the middle of typing these numbers in for this rebate thing. I get $12 back on my windshield wipers, and I started doing it when you guys were having your other
All right,
conversation.
Grandpa.
Listen, I'm getting my $12 rebate. You would too.
All right, first we have an update and a winner in the Bowl
Yeah.
Pick'em.
God bless.
The Bowl Pick'em winner is Alex. First off, Alex, you're not the winner of this. This is the
What?
Bowl Pick'em.
Oh, sorry. Never mind. I digress.
Still good for the music though.
Yeah, I was just doing the music. It wasn't me.
The winner of the Bowl Pick'em is Looking for Wins, who is still unidentified.
If you are
Looking
looking
for
for
wins.
wins,
If
let
you're
us
looking
know.
for prizes, you better let us know who you are.
It's true. We need to know. We have to know, or we cannot give you prizes.
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 So, looking for wins, identify yourself, reach out to us at Sports Gym Muff on Instagram and X, formerly known as Twitter, so that we can get you your prize. And in the podcast, the sports betting podcast, Bowl Confidence Picks,
Jeez.
Alex
That is me.
is victorious with a total score of 333 points, followed by Jim at 315 and Muff at 280.
Freaking rigged.
So rigged that I locked all of the cells with the picks so nobody can make any changes.
So freaking rigged.
Oh, you didn't even tell us you did that. You were just testing us to see if we had honesty, huh?
I wouldn't know if you've tried unless one of you said, "Hey, why can't I do this?" So
That's
even if you
true.
tried, I would not know.
I didn't try.
Unbelievable.
Alex is the winner of $50 each from Jim and myself.
Congrats, fart face.
Did you just call me a fart face?
He did.
I did.
You're a fart face.
Hey, do you have Zelle?
I don't think so.
Well, how...
Do you bank
You're not
with
getting money from
PNC?
me. I'm about to Zelle Muff money to get you your money.
I refuse to be a third party.
How am I going to get him his money?
Use any other cash app.
They all have fraud. Take it from the banker.
How do I Zelle?
How do I Zelle?
Can I just download the Zelle app?
You could.
Alex, who's your bank? Is it PNC?
No.
I think that makes it more difficult, Jim.
Is your bank West Banco?
No.
That's good.
All right, so let's get into a recap of last week, starting with Alex.
No. I was a
You
winner as well.
you were, but Alex at 4-3 is a better winning percentage than 5-4.
Ridiculous.
I feel like this year's hurt Gemini's friendship.
A little bit.
All right, so I won leftover from last week. I had picked Oklahoma State plus 1.5 against Texas A&M. That was a victory. I started off hot, winning the Lions plus 6 at the Cowboys, the Texans minus 4.5 versus the Titans, and Missouri plus 2.5 versus Ohio State. And then I quickly took a downturn with Iowa plus 6.5 versus Tennessee, Iowa, Tennessee over 35.5, and Texas minus 4.5 versus Washington, which left me at 4-3, overall record of 63, 47, and 2 with a 563 winning percentage.
Proceed, James.
I went 5-4, which is my probably first winning week in 4 weeks. So yay. I lost the Louisville USC game. I won the Jets at the Browns -7. Had the Browns -7. I had the over in that game, 35. Hit that. Won the Texans -4.5 against the Titans. Lost the Buccaneers -2.5 at the Saints. The over Tennessee and Iowa. Can't believe we lost that. I think it was half a point. Literally.
35-0 Tennessee.
Unbelievable. Lost the Ohio State game. Then I won the Oklahoma over and the Georgia over.
Arizona, Oklahoma over, and Georgia, Florida State over.
So
Yeah,
apparently I
won
do
both
have
of them.
Zell.
Yeah, buddy. Did you enroll in Zell?
No, it says that I have it from Community Bank.
There you go.
All right, we'll get those details later.
You can be Zell buddies.
Yeah.
All right, and last, I went 3-4 this week. Starting off not so good, as I took the Lions Cowboys over 53.5, which was a loss, even if everything turned out as it could have for the Lions in that game and or the Cowboys. I don't think it was going to get there. Next, I lost the Rams -6.5 at the Giants. The Rams were winners, but they did not cover. I then won the 49ers to cover 13.5, taking on the Commanders.
Bum, 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 bum.
I then lost the Bucks -2.5, taking on the Saints. The Rutgers Scarlet Knights were victorious, -1.5 over Miami, Florida. Arizona -2.5 was a winner over Oklahoma. And the aforementioned Iowa, Tennessee over 35.5 went. Iowa could not even score. I think they probably had a better opportunity to get a safety than they did a field goal. And look where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, to be honest, that one hurt because we were all so excited about it.
Yeah.
And it was so close.
Indeed.
We wanted Iowa to score points in this game so much, but alas, Brian Ferentz's last game, guess what?
Went
Was
out
a lot of
on
the
his
same.
sword. Yep.
Said, I scored no points for anybody, which puts my record for the year to 61-65 at a 484 winning percentage. Next, into the specialty picks, starting with the Mike All-Stop Hit Stick Pick of the Week.
Pow, 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 Mr. I'm too focused on
Pow,
rebates.
pow, pow, pow. I'm too focused on it now. You have me down a rabbit hole, Zell. You can't give me tasks. Sorry. Pow, 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 pow.
Was a loss, bringing it to 8-10 as we took the Iowa Tennessee over in the Midwest Mapsta Risky Pick of the Week.
Get out of here.
We got a win as we took the Packers money line against Skull and the Vikings, bringing the risky pick to 12-6 for the year.
I'm pretty sure this week, if this hits, it will be a winner for the year.
I don't even.
Yes.
I think we've pretty much already
We
made
could
that.
lose the next 6 weeks. It would be a winner for the year.
But do we have 6
next
weeks
5.
left?
Week 18.
Like it's already
Super wild card weekend.
It's already definitely a
quarterfinals, semifinals, Super Bowl. There are 5 weeks left.
So we are officially
a winner. It's officially a winner.
We are a winner.
We are a winner. Good job.
And we don't even do it in the Super Bowl. Usually we may not even do it for the conference championships because there's only 2 games.
I'm with you. We're winners.
So we're winners. Either way, we're winners. And in the Lolita whale of a parlay,
Son of a bitch will not miss this one.
we got lots of L's, only offset by Maryland plus the points against Auburn. Lolita
And in
goes
fact,
to
I
one
count
and
that
I
as
don't
a
even know,
winner.
question mark.
It's a winner.
It's not.
It is because it won.
It didn't. It won once.
And we haven't won that but one time.
It's true. It's true. All right, that brings us into this week's game, starting in the NFL in Saturday football, as the Steelers take on the Ravens in Baltimore. Pittsburgh favored by 4 over under 35.5 points. Big things on the line for the Steelers. Ravens playing for nothing, nada, as Huntley gets the start for the Ravens, and Mason Rudolph continues to get the starting nod for the Steelers. Steelers can clinch a playoff berth with a win and a Buffalo loss, with a win and a Jags loss, or a win and Texans Colts not tying. Baltimore's already clinched the number 1 seed in the AFC.
We don't know if Lamar Jackson's playing. I believe he's out. Yeah.
He's not playing. That's why I said Huntley is starting at quarterback.
I have a feeling Pittsburgh loses this. I have a feeling. I don't think you're gonna have the storybook season that you want.
Do you think Mason starting or Kenny Pickett?
Mason's starting.
I just don't feel the vibes, guys.
See, I do.
And I think that's the problem.
It's a Yinzer mentality, though.
I think that's the problem.
What leads you to believe that Baltimore is going to care enough to win?
I don't think it's a matter of that. I don't think the talent is playoff talent in Pittsburgh
Against the second string of Baltimore?
Yeah. I don't see it. I think this is going to be the letdown you all have been like gearing up for.
Step one is them winning. That does not.
I know, and I think like
berth.
I think we've got this vibe like, oh, we're gonna win. We just need these last two things, and you're not gonna get close to seeing those other two things because you're gonna lose. I don't want that to happen. I want you all to take note that I've been not anti-Steeler this year.
You've been doing better for sure.
But I have a bad feeling.
Mm.
I lean the over here.
You said all of that to say I lean the over and not Baltimore plus the points.
I lean the over.
You don't even believe in what you're saying.
I think it's going to come up just short.
If you believed in what you're saying, you take the Ravens plus the points. But since you don't believe, it's okay.
No.
You do not have the conviction to do it.
I don't.
Okay. Well, then that whole rant that you just went on means nothing to me because you don't really feel
Saturday.
Don't
I'll text
really
you on
feel
Saturday.
It. To say what?
Say, hey, I was right, or I was wrong.
The only way that you can say, hey, I was right is if you bet Baltimore plus the points.
Or I can say I was right when the Steelers lose, jackass.
Yeah, but you didn't have the conviction to put a bet on it.
So it doesn't matter to me. I was right when they lose.
You didn't say that they were going to win.
You're not going to talk me into it, Muff.
So that's why I know that you're not committed.
I will text you and show you how committed I am when I say I was right.
Alex, is that commitment to text somebody after the fact and say I was right?
I'm telling you before what I'm going to do.
Without putting a bet on it.
It's humbling yourself.
Moving in the nightcap on Saturday, we have another game that has playoff implications as the Texans travel to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Texans favored by 1.5 over under 47.5. Texans will clinch the AFC South with the W, and the Colts have an opportunity to clinch a playoff spot if they win.
I really like the Texans minus 1.5 here.
Me too.
I would say that's probably where I'm going to land on this one as well. CJ Stroud is back in the game. I mean, obviously he doesn't have Tank Dell, but I think Nico Collins is back. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up riding that one as well. Moving on to Sunday football. First, the Bucks at the Panthers. Bucks minus 4.5 over under 37.5. The Bucks will clinch the NFC South with the win. The Panthers have been eliminated for some time.
This makes me. My problem this week is I want to get sucked into every narrative. Like in this, I want to
Right.
the Panthers suck ass.
Yep.
I objectively know that the Panthers are a terrible football team this year. The Buccaneers are an average football team this year.
Yep.
Why am I not hammering the Buccaneers here? Because I'm afraid of falling into the trap. But should I not be afraid of falling into the trap and just going with my gut that says the Bucks are going to win by a touchdown here? I have some room to play and be safe.
I mean, don't be a Bucks fan in the Panther Stadium, or else you're gonna get a drink thrown on you.
That's true. That's what I'm afraid of here.
David Tepper says, "No, no, no, you cannot cheer for them here."
Just whoosh.
$300,000.
That was not a good look.
Bad, bad, bad. Other thoughts, Jim?
My gut has said Panthers.
Okay,
But I think I'm being contrarian, so
fair
I don't
enough.
think I don't think Alex making that call is a bad call either. I'm on the fence.
That's fair.
Oakley dokley. Moving on to the Browns at the Bengals. Bengals favored by 7, over under 37.5. Browns have already clinched. Bengals are eliminated.
I hard lean the Browns plus the points.
Who is starting?
I mean, that's a pretty safe pick to say Browns plus the points here. Because the Bengals being eliminated to me doesn't the only thing that if they wanted to try to play spoiler, but I don't think that the Browns haven't had enough success in the last several years to let someone come in and be the spoiler. Like I think the Browns want to end on a
Well, they've
high.
already clinched, right? So where's
Yes,
the spoiler at?
losing the last game. Like I think that I shouldn't say that. I should say I think that if the Browns had been in the playoffs the last 88 years, then okay, I can see where they're like, hey, we don't really give a shit, and the Bengals come out and beat them. I think the Browns are still in give a shit mode, even though they have the playoff spot clinched. I think that they still want to prove that they are a good team because I think deep down people know and think that the Browns still have something to prove, even though they had a better season this year.
Yeah, if Flacco is not playing, does not play, Jeff Driscoll is next in line. Just something to keep your head wrapped around if you decide to go in that direction. I don't even know. I would lean with the under in the points in this one if I had to. Next, we get the Vikings at the Lions. Lions minus 3.5, over under 45.5. The Vikings have an opportunity to get in the playoffs if they win, and losses by Green Bay, Seattle, and Tampa Bay. Lions have already clinched their division title and the playoff berth.
I take the Lions here.
I am also looking at the Lions. I think they need some positive momentum going into the playoffs and are at least going to, for 2 to 3 quarters, play to win the game. Alex?
I like the Lions. I don't think I think the Lions. I feel like a little similar about the Lions as I do the Browns.
Okay.
I think they're still going to come ready to show out.
How about that? Lions and Browns in the playoffs in the same year.
Mm-hmm.
Like going into the end of this, like not making it by a miracle. Like they have clinched the spot in the playoffs.
They
At this
are
point.
in. Next, in the Who Don't Care Bowl, the Jets at the Patriots. Patriots favored by 1.5, over under 30.5. Both
I
teams
don't care.
eliminated.
I
Oh
don't
yeah,
care.
I don't care about this game. I mean, I probably honestly will care very little about it.
I have a feeling it's going to be very tough to find that on TV.
Yes,
Falcons at the Saints. Saints favored by 3, over under 42.5. The Falcons can clinch the NFC South with a win and a Bucks loss. The Saints can clinch the NFC South with a win or tie and a Bucks loss. So both teams playing for something.
I'd lean the Saints if I had to pick.
yeah.
I'd lean the other way, but I think
Yeah.
this is the ultimate toss-up game to me. I would put the light to it if I was going to actually do something with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from this one for sure. But it'll be a good game probably because both teams have something to play for.
Next is the last game in the 1 o'clock slate. We have the Jaguars at the Titans. Jaguars favored by 5.5. Over under 39.5. The Jags clinched the AFC South with a win. Titans are eliminated from playoff contention.
I will say I will be fiercely rooting for
The Titans.
I lean Jags here. The only thing that stops me is Vrabel it's just an angry man when he loses. And like that passion fires. Like there's rumblings in Columbus of like we want Vrabel.
Oh, of course there is.
We want him somewhere on that coaching staff.
Of course there
Bad.
is.
Bad.
Get out the bad Ryan Day.
Oh, it's bad poop.
Get him out.
Oh
Fire him. Fire his family. Banish them from Ohio.
man, the scuttlebutt. Woo.
This is not the time to talk about that. In the 4 p.m. slate, we have the Seahawks at the Cardinals. Seahawks favored by 2.5, over under 47.5. The Seahawks will clinch a playoff berth with a win and a Packers loss or tie. And surprise, surprise. Pew, 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 pew. Jonathan Gannon, shots, explosives, and the Cardinals are eliminated from playoff contention.
I don't know.
Gotta
why we're
lean the
all not-
Seahawks.
I don't know why we're all not hammering that, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the Seahawks there.
Somebody
just-
tell me why we all don't. Give me a reason.
Don't really have a fantastic reason against it at the moment.
Like
I don't
there's some
know.
of your picks that you're coming up to, Muff, and I'm like, how is that better than the Seahawks Cardinals?
I don't know, buddy. I'm just not feeling it. Just not feeling
He has
it.
a weird fetish for the Cardinals.
That this week, in the way you pick, I would contend with Alex. You have a weird thing for the Cardinals.
I mean, I haven't all year this year.
It's still, but like, it's still weird that you aren't like hammering the Seahawks bet, but you'll take.
I feel like this line
Packers
is too good to be
-3.
true. Yeah. The Packers haven't lost to the Bears for a long time in Green Bay. Like almost a decade, Jim.
And you'll take
And the Packers are playing
Rams
for something the Bears are not.
+4 at the 49ers.
Yes.
That's more of a sure thing to you.
Yes. Why is the line only 2.5?
Alex,
I don't know.
I see. If it is such a sure thing, then why is the line only 2.5? Why is it not like 6.5 or 7?
Alex, did you just put the Packers bet on there because of what he said?
No. No, I add that one. I was putting them on as I went, but I've had that one in my mind.
Yeah. So there we go. Next, the Bears at the Green Bay Packers. Packers -3, over under 44.5. The Packers clinch with a win, and the Bears are playing for nada. So give me the Pack to cover -3.
Yeah, I mean, you gave me the whole narrative. I'm gonna take it.
There it is. There it is. From Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love.
Don't fucking ruin it.
What?
Don't ruin it. Just leave
Just-
it the way it was. Don't bring out
just saying.
don't bring out the voodoo on it.
Broncos at the Raiders. Raiders -2.5, over under 37.5 in the 4 p.m. Nobody Cares Bowl. Both eliminated from playoff contention. Although, who knows what's happening with Russell Wilson at this point. Mr. Unlimited may have unlimited time on the pine.
No, thank you.
Staying away as well. Chiefs at Chargers. The Chargers, Jim. The Chargers are favored by 3.5. 35 points is the line. Chiefs already clinched. Chargers eliminated. Chargers are favored with Easton Stick at quarterback.
No, thank you.
You don't even want a piece of it now?
No, thank you.
With Blaine Gabbert starting at quarterback for the Chiefs? Journeyman Blaine
No,
Gabbert?
thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away as well. Next, we have the Eagles at the Giants. The Eagles favored by 5.5 over under 41.5. The Eagles can clinch the NFC East with a win and a Cowboys loss, but they are already in the playoffs, and the Giants are eliminated.
Yeah, the Eagles make me nervous. I feel like they poop the bed too much.
This year has not. I mean, they have a good record. It's
Yeah,
just
no.
they have not been as dominant as we would have expected they were as they started the season, right?
Yeah.
It's been the fall off. So, yeah, I'm not feeling terribly confident with anything in that game either. So I'm probably just going to stay away. Stay away. Tyrod Taylor most likely starting for the Giants. Yeah, no idea. Rams at the 49ers. Niners favored by 4 over under 41.5. 49ers already clinched the number one seed in the NFC. Rams are also in the playoffs. I'm going to take the Rams plus the points in this game, just in a battle of, I think they've got a little bit more sitting behind them right now.
That's fair. I don't. Mm, I think
Carson Wentz has already been stated the starter for this game, so
yeah,
I'm gonna go with a Red Rider. Give him
yeah.
to me. Give him to me.
I'm just gonna stay away from it. I think, but
I got my picks in. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Next, Cowboys at the Commanders.
Bum, 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 bum.
Cowboys favored by 13.5 over under 45.5. The Cowboys will clinch the NFC East with the win. Are in the playoffs no matter what. And as we would expect, the Commanders are eliminated from all playoff contention.
yeah, I don't.
I mean, the
Yeah,
Cowboys should be playing for something. This should be a game that they dominate.
yeah. 13 and a half. Just, I mean, it's a little high still,
Still high in
regardless.
the NFL, no matter what you got going on there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree with
I,
that.
I have enough other stuff that I don't really want to chase that one.
The only team that I've really been comfortable with taking those types of lines are the Niners this year.
You know what? Fuck it. I got it. I'm gonna take it.
Well,
They're not playing in Jerry World, Jim,
I'm gonna
and
take it.
they're probably not going to have hot showers.
Still taking it.
And don't think don't think that Jimmy Johnson's going to be there this time.
Right. Jesus.
Talk about somebody who just got on there and cut a promo.
God, didn't he?
That was amazing. Like they
Loved
should
it.
just let him be in the locker room every game to give them the speech, whatever speech he wants to give during that particular day.
Absolutely.
Give him Mike, let him be. And in the nightcap, Sunday night football with the Bills at the Dolphins. Bills favored by 3 over under 49.5. Dolphins clinch the AFC East with a win or a tie, and the Bills will clinch the AFC East with a win. Both teams playing for everything here, and the Bills are the ones that wind up favored in this game. The Bills could be out of the playoffs if they lose this game.
I know.
This is probably the most intriguing matchup
Oh yeah, it's the perfect nightcap.
because everybody's been continuing to like elevate their thoughts of what the Bills will be this year. It has not fully manifested itself, and the Dolphins were like this untouchable team in the AFC to start, and then they had, they couldn't win the big one. The Dolphins couldn't, and now this is the ultimate matchup of what could be. And you're saying the Bills are the most dangerous team in the AFC right now. For that reason, I will be an observer. I will want to see how this game goes, but I'm not going to put any type of best bets on it.
It's fair.
And last, in college football, we have the College Football National Championship, 7:30 on Monday. Washington taking on Michigan. Michigan favored by 4.5, over under 55.5.
Give me Washington plus 4.5 versus Michigan.
There's nothing wrong with thinking that the team has continued to prove people wrong all year will do so again, Alex. Do not begrudge that pick at all. I just have to do it. The last college football game of the year, got to bet the over.
I also will be on the over.
Jim?
Football season's over. College football season's over.
No, it's not, Jim. There's a national championship left.
No, it's over. Big Ten won.
Big
What?
Ten, Big Ten won what?
Big Ten
Championship.
lost a lot.
They won the national championship, though.
No, they
The
didn't.
national championship happened, Jim.
Yeah, when.
Big Ten just won the national championship right here.
So you're saying Michigan's going to win?
No, the Big Ten just won.
Why?
Michigan.
Or
Washington's
Washington.
in the Pac-12.
Either one.
No, Washington is in the Pac-12 this year.
Nah, Big Ten.
No, absolutely not. The
Big
Big
Ten.
Ten lost. The Big Ten, Ohio State lost.
Big Ten just won, bud.
Penn State lost.
Big Ten.
Iowa
20
lost.
What year is it?
Do I need to keep going?
What year is it?
It is still the
What year is
the
it?
2023 season.
2024.
2024. It's 2024.
It is the 2023
Welcome,
season.
Washington, to the Big Ten.
Go fuck yourself.
It is a Big Ten national
Go fuck
championship.
yourself. That's so.
Welcome.
I refuse to
Jim,
play.
you have been so down on Washington pretty much the entire year.
2024.
I was riding
the year of 2023. I was
riding Washington so hard at the beginning of the year, and you're like, "What? Washington? They're not a real team."
2023.
The
When they were in the Pac-12, they were not a real team. It's now 2024, Muff.
He's just doing this to piss me off. I can tell.
New year, new me, baby.
Yeah, I mean they do have a former Big Ten quarterback.
That's what it takes to win.
A former Big Ten quarterback.
No.
Watch out, Syracuse, Jim. They're about to come for that Ohio State ass.
And now he's a Big Ten quarterback again.
I'm so glad I bet on Missouri.
As if you were ever not going to.
Right.
All right, that leads us into this week's best bets, starting again with Alex.
My best bets this week are the Texans -1.5 at the Colts, Bucks -4.5 at the Panthers, Lions -3.5 versus the Vikings, Seahawks -2.5 at Cardinals, Packers -3 versus the Bears, Washington +4.5 out of the Pac-12 versus Michigan, and the Washington versus Michigan over 55.5.
2 Big Ten bets. I'm proud of you, Alex.
I'm not going to say it again, but you know what I want to say.
Well, Jim can't even pick a team. He can't even make himself. In the last college football game of the year, which Jim is like all about college, he won't even pick a side.
Texans,
what a coward.
Texans
just like all the Columbus fans talking about Ryan Day. Cowards.
Texans -1.5 at the Colts. Lions.
Welcome, Julian Fleming, to Penn State from Ohio State. Thank you for your service.
Lions -3.5 against the Vikings. Jaguars -5.5 at the Titans. Seahawks -2.5 at the Cardinals. Packers -3 against the Bears. Browns +7 against the Bengals. And Cowboys 13.5 against the Commanders.
He cheers for the Cowboys. Jim's on America's team. Isn't Michigan also America's team?
They're in the Big Ten with Washington, Muff.
Michigan, America's team, right, Alex? That's been stated.
Yes.
They are America's team.
They are in the Big Ten, America's conference.
No, I disagree.
The sad thing is I want Michigan to win just because then I want Jim to have to go an entire year knowing that Michigan was the national champion. I just think Washington's going to win, so that's where I'll put my money. But if Michigan wins, I at least get the glory
you win either way, Alex.
That we get to call them national champion Michigan.
Till they vacate the wins, it's fine.
Nope.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either.
Hot take. No, not a hot take. Not going to go there.
Hot take. I literally will buy a national champions Michigan shirt just because Jim has rode me so hard.
Will that be your token next year?
Yes, it will be. Just because of the constant harassment I have suffered this year about conference play, I will rock.
If you
I don't even like Michigan. Like I really don't. But it will be a pure bite shirt. And
Alex,
Jim,
if you buy that, I will purchase for you if I can find it, a Pac-12 Huskies championship hat that can be your 2 tokens next year. My best bets. I'm going to go with the Texans to cover
He
one and
has
a
no
half at the
comment.
Colts. Vikings at the Lions. Lions to cover -3.5. Packers hosting the Bears to cover the 3. Rams plus the points traveling to San Francisco. Rams +4. And I'm going to take the Washington, Michigan over 55.5 because I want to see all the points in a national championship.
And the Big Ten National Championship.
It is the national championship, yes.
The National Championship, you say. Glad you're getting on board.
I think it is called the national championship.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have to fight the courts to call it that. They just
Mm-hmm.
assumed the role. All right, first in the specialty pick, starting with the Mike Allstott hit stick pick of the week.
Pow, 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 pow. Pow, 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 pow.
Packers.
No. Veto.
It's one of your best bets.
I veto it. I have a veto. I've used it.
Okay. Go on, Jim.
I put up the Lions.
I veto.
Okay. Then it's to Alex now, isn't it?
I would put forth the Texans or the Packers. And you already
can't put up
vetoed
the
Packers.
So Texans it is.
Texans -1.5 at Indianapolis in the Mike Allstott hit stick pick of the week. Next to the Midwest Mobster risky pick of the week.
Get out of here.
Rams.
There's small
Browns
lines.
would be, I would go with the Browns.
About time you got on board.
Jim has to become like a de facto Browns fan now.
Yeah, I would
Like, even though
say,
they're not one of his teams, he only has one team this year.
yeah. I would say Browns or Titans.
I don't want to
That's
speak.
just
I don't
me.
want to speak that into
No,
existence, Alex.
I know. That's just me being a butt.
I mean, I doubt that
Browns, Broncos.
I doubt that Jim's going to get on the Rams, so I'll go with the Browns.
Browns, Broncos, Chiefs would be mine. Browns, Broncos, Chiefs are the ones I would put forward.
I don't think
James?
the Chiefs are a bad pick.
You have any other thoughts? Other games?
I'm pretty confident in the Chiefs pick.
Chiefs trotting out Jeff Driscoll.
Yeah, I still.
Just because it's against the Chargers.
Yeah.
I'll get on board. Chiefs moneyline dogs traveling to LA to take on the Chargers. And next, and maybe this is probably the last true Lolita whale of a parlay. Sea Lion. Sea Lion has made an appearance.
I had to do it big. It's going to be the last.
All right, we got to decide what we're going to do, gents.
We do.
Do we want to make this a light pick? Do we want to put the Allstott and the Mobster and then put 3 more in? What do we want to do?
What are you thinking, Jim?
I don't know.
I vote we put the hit stick and the Mobster pick in,
I'm good with
and
that.
then we do each of us pick a game for the light.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Jim,
What is it again? Run that back for me.
what are you? Are you trying to zell Alex now? What is?
I ran into some technical difficulties with the Zoom meeting, sir.
The Zoomy?
We put in the Allstott pick and the Mobster pick, and then we each pick a game for the light.
All right.
That means that the Texans -1.5 at the Colts is in. It means that the Chiefs money line at the Chargers is in. Alex, pick a game and pick who the light will represent.
I think I have to go with Dolphins Bills.
And the light is
Oh, Dolphins. I thought I was like waiting on you to tell us who the winner was.
I have to know who the light is. It is the light.
Dolphins.
Go ahead and toss that in there, Alex.
Okay.
Jim, pick a game. Pick who the light will represent.
Packers, Bears,
Who's the light?
Bears.
Packers it is.
Good, because that would have been weird if not.
Yeah, you just tried to sabotage.
I feel like you rigged the light, so
I don't rig the light.
I
The
don't
light is
know.
the light.
I don't know.
I'm gonna put out there the Broncos at the Raiders. I'm gonna make the Raiders the light. Raiders -2.5 hosting the Broncos in the last leg of the Lohulito whale of a parlay.
There we go. In the last Lolita Whale parlay. It's
Probably
set.
ever.
Probably ever.
Probably
Ever?
ever. Don't know if we're gonna. I don't think we have a reason to, unless Jim Irsay adopts another whale and tries to transport it across the United
So we're gonna
States.
rename the Louita Whale of a Parlay, huh?
I think next
Yeah.
year we're gonna have a new one.
Last time was yeah.
We've got like 8 months to think about
I
it.
do feel like we should not change the mid-best mobster. I think we did really well with it like it was.
Yeah, we need to hold on to that. Hold on to that one. I agree.
All right.
All right. That will wrap up this week's episode of Sports Stuff, Betting Stuff.
It's like our last full big episode.
This is
Yeah.
it.
I mean, we'll have more, but it's just gonna be a couple games, a little check-in with y'all.
This is gonna be a check-in, see, confirm that Alex is still on top, ready to win another $50.
Don't put it on me yet. There's a lot of time left.
There's not a lot of time left, Alex. In fact, there is not.
Yeah, I don't think you can catch
I was
you
just
left.
trying to be positive for you guys.
Jim and I would have to pretty much bet every game and the over-under
I
to
might
get to
just do
you.
that.
I might just do that.
It's an option. It's an option to get there. But as always, if you've been following Alex all year, putting down buckets and buckets of units, you have found yourself every Monday morning, Sunday night, Saturday evening to have
A payday.